Last time, on Whiskey Ridge...
Tanner, Buck, and Stanley spend the night outside the burned wreckage of the Crumpus farm and have some disturbing dreams. In the morning, they explore the smoking ruin and discover a sealed hatch under the timbers. They rip it open and find a sloping passageway to an underground basement. They tie a rope and descend through the opening. In the darkness below, they find a makeshift dungeon with cells and other tunnels snaking into the surrounding bedrock. As they investigate the cells, they discover the missing teenager, Jenny Jebsen. Tanner explores an adjacent area that appears to be set up for occult rituals and finds a strange book bound in human skin. Stanley examines the book, only to have the book's clasp creepily detach and burrow itself into his arm. When Jenny is released, she asks if they killed the pigmen, but is horrified to learn they only killed the men wearing pig masks. She says the real pigmen are down here. Suddenly, a familiar voice comes from the adjoining tunnels. A monstrous pigman version of the stagecoach driver, Jasper Jessup, lurches out of the darkness.
Ciao!
I still don't think any of you have taken any damage, but
No, we haven't.
hopefully that's about to change.
I've got a couple of questions which I don't know if I can ask outside of like game or if I have to figure it out in game, so please let me know.
Okay. Are you going to tell me what they are?
Well, I guess like all I know is Jasper's in here right now and he's a pig man.
He's a legit pig man.
That's the question that I have. Is he a legitimate pig man or is he Jasper with a pig face on his face?
Well, you guys came back into the main room. You let Jenny out. But as you were talking to her, she was telling you that the pigmen up above were not real pigmen. They were just, as you know, they were just men with pigs' faces. But down here were the real pigmen.
Oh.
As she was telling you that, you heard the voice of Jasper Jessup saying, "You should have sat you down. Because now
yeah.
the big man is gonna get you down." If you want to do some kind of observation roll or something.
Yeah.
To check to see that he's truly an actual pig man rather than a pig man.
Yeah, just to see. In fact,
Is he Pygmalion?
I will say if you're fighting like a person, you don't need to do this, but if you encounter some kind of creature at any time, it's probably a good idea to do some kind of observation roll before you start fighting them.
Note that, audience, because we're going to forget it.
I've got pretty good observation. All right, Buck's rolling an observation on a 75. And he rolled him an 18 for a success.
And Tanner is going to roll on a 70. He rolls a 32.
Success.
We're pretty observant.
Both successes. Okay, so yes, you've now encountered a few of these pigmen, and it's been clear to you what it looks like to have like a, even as weird as it is, what it looks like to have like a pig's face as a mask on top of a human head. And you're looking at this guy and he does not look like that. This looks like the Jasper that you met, except his actual features have been kind of morphed into being more pig-like. Like his nose has been like bent up. And actually, if you want to describe this picture,
Or Jasper. All right, so what we have for Jasper Pigman is the tight skin that was once Jasper has been stretched back above his eyes, and his nose is pulled back. His mustache and beard are still in play, although they are covered in blood, and his hand is also covered in blood, which is tough to say whether that was a wound or somebody that he wounded, but he looks the same as he did before, but it basically looks like his entire face has been pulled back. Like if you ever saw Men in Black, when Vincent D'Onofrio pulled his skin back, that's what this Jasper Pigman looks like.
And you see, as well as that, some like stitching and scars, as though like he had almost been like operated on, and like extra pieces had been put onto him.
Oh, crazy.
So like, not just like that they've been
Taking away, they've been adding.
Yeah, almost like a Frankenstein type thing.
Frankenstein's monster.
Nice distinction.
Nice one, Mary Shelley.
But yeah, you don't. This certainly doesn't look like anything you've ever seen, and in fact, you're both gonna have to roll psychology.
Fuck that.
Fucking hell.
I work at the saloon. I see crazier shit than this on a Wednesday.
All
right.
Psychology.
Buck's got a 75 on psychology. He rolled him a crit success of a 55.
Look at him go.
He is unflappable.
Tanner had a 70. He rolled a 28. Not a not as good as a 55, but pretty solid.
Does Buck have any sanity damage? Or lucidity, I think it's called.
Let's have us a look.
Can it be silent?
He does. Yeah, he does. As a matter of fact, he's got one bullet.
All right, why don't you remove that bullet?
Fuck yeah.
He's getting more lucid.
I was just gonna say that Tanner has 2. Your
Correct.
lucidity, same as your vitality, you have 15 points. So Tanner currently has 2 damage to that.
That's right.
All right. Yeah, I mean, as weird as this is, it's not like impossible. Like, it's just like the most messed up thing you've ever seen. Jasper is kind of walks out of the shadows, and as soon as you see him, he just full on charges into the room.
Oh shit.
And he smashes into Stanley.
All right, now listen. I don't want any more bullshit.
And Stanley goes flying, and he hits his head on the wall, and Stanley is now unconscious.
Oh, Stanley, you okay? Stanley.
He says nothing.
Stanley? Jasper, that you? It's Buck, man.
Buck, shoot that fool.
Jasper turns to you guys, and
Shoot him, Buck.
we're gonna do initiative now.
He's not listening.
Oh my god, I rolled a fucking 1.
Ooh.
15.
5.
Jasper before Buck, just because you rolled a 1.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Jenny is, when she sees him, she lets out a shriek, and she actually is so scared that she runs back into the cell and shuts the door behind her.
Good thinking, Jenny. You stay put. We'll take care of what used to be Jasper.
So Tanner's turn.
All right, so he's gonna look over at Jasper, and he's gonna be like, Jasper, I don't want to shoot you, but I will. Any reaction from him, or is it game time and he's like, there's nothing going on upstairs for him?
You didn't know Jasper very well, but he is by all appearances like feral. There's blood all over him. He's like foaming at the mouth. He is talking, but he's also like snorting and grunting like a pig.
All right. So he basically like he's got rabies, and we gotta put him down.
Would you say he's wallowing?
He's wallowing in his own fill.
All right, shoot him.
Yeah.
All right.
He also just physically attacked Stanley, so you got that too.
Yeah, well,
He's got that going for him, which is nice. All right. So so Tanner's gonna roll short arms on him, like pull out his revolver, which is not his preferred weapon of choice. He's normally like kind of a set in the back, pick things off type of guy. So his short game isn't great. So he's got a 40.
ooh.
But he rolled a 1.
Wow.
What is a 1?
That's a good question. What is a 1?
It's just a 1.
Is that the most critical success of all?
No, that's
Say
that's
it,
a
Matt.
60.
Say it.
69.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't think this is a crit.
Yeah, it doesn't show any aces.
It doesn't, no. So it's just a good roll. That's it.
Okay, so I think that's a D8 damage.
Yep, okay. Let's check it out. 4.
Nice shooting, Tanner.
I don't want to kill Jasper, but man, we got to get out of this alive.
Yeah, I've known that boy a long time. But I'm gonna shoot him.
Maybe we can shoot the bejesus out of him and get him back into this real world.
I mean, everybody's already mourned his death, so we can just shoot him and not tell anybody.
All right, that's fine too.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll figure that out on the ride back to town.
That's phase 2.
So Mr. Mr. Jessup is imbued with pig-like strength, and he has 2 attacks. He is going to punch Tanner,
Fuck you.
and then he's holding his whip from the stagecoach, and he's gonna whip Buck.
Fuck him.
Do not fucking whip me, Jasper. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, you see you dare!
What?
I say you see you dare!
I sat me down. I was passed out, man.
I want my money back!
You have the money, Jasper.
We'll get you your money, Jasper.
I want it back.
Nah!
We barely made it back to town on your fucking wagon. It burned down. Your friends burned it down.
Here comes a pig punch to Tanner. It has to be under 50 to hit.
Oh no. Oh shit.
Wow, that's an 8, which is well below a 50.
8 is below 50.
Math.
And he's gonna do 1d6 of damage. He does 3 points of damage to Tanner.
Oh shit.
Did he punch him with a hoof or with a hand?
He's got a hand, but you see that some of his fingers have been sewn together to create like a club hoof.
Oh, gross. What do I like? Three bullets worth of damage? Is that what I do?
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yup.
Fucking A.
Yeah, we got to be a little bit careful here. I don't really like this all that much.
Jasper, do not whip me.
He's gonna whip you.
Mac, is it possible? Like, I was actually originally going to ask this about the lucidity part, but I'm currently more concerned about the vitality part. But can we go to a doctor and get some of these bullets back?
The health, you do have like a first aid, right?
Yeah, I don't care about it like right this second, but like I might care about it tomorrow. Like I don't want to just keep walking around with 3 bullets worth of health in me. I'd like to bring that back to 2, 1, or none if at all possible.
Yeah, so there's different ways I want to treat this. There's an immediate way that you guys could help each other with first aid or medicine. However,
Sure.
you're not going to do that like in the middle of a fight.
Right, maybe at the end is fine, but
Yeah.
like certainly not right this very second.
There's going to be limits to that though. Like you can only try it once. If it works, you're only going to get like 1 or 2 health back. There are doctors in town that can do you up better. And then there's going to be an element of this where like a week has gone by and then you're going to basically be healthy again. I mean, unless you get like a huge... There are crits that will permanently injure you.
Understood.
All right, Jasper, put that fucking whip down. I don't want to use my shotgun on you.
He's got a 70 to whip you.
What? With a clubbed hand?
What?
Whoopsh. Fuck you, Jasper.
He rolls a 21.
Woo! Man, he is dangerous.
And the whip wraps around you, and you're going to need to roll something to get ungrappled. You're also going to take 1d4 damage. So 3 points of damage.
Damn it, Jasper.
And
That fucking hurt.
you can definitely roll reflexes. You can roll acrobatics, athletics. You could roll physique if you had to.
Buck's gonna roll an acrobatics on a 58. And he rolled him a 39.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so you shrug off the whip and you're not tied up with it, but you did take 3 points of damage.
Get your goddamn whip off of me.
And it is your turn.
Well, Jasper, I gave you fair warning.
Buck, you gotta cut him
I'm
down.
gonna shoot him.
I'll cut you down.
Oh, you ain't cutting nothing down.
No, I'll cut you down.
No, we gonna sit you down. Cause here comes my shotgun. Rolling on a 56. 8. Success.
Yes.
What's with these single numbers? Okay. So that is successful, and
That's 2d6.
2d6 damage.
4, 7.
Ooh.
Get him.
You have, he's still on his feet, but you have, like, shredded him. And all of this kind of makeshift skin that he had on him is coming off, as well as his own skin is coming off, and he's just like a big bloody mess now. But he is still attacking.
Like going back to, is he truly a pigman? Or is everything just falling off and we can't see? It's just a mess of flesh.
I mean, it's basically just a mess of flesh.
All right, so
What's been done to him is so weird that you really can't tell if it's just like someone performed all this surgery or if something like supernatural is happening, but you really can't tell the difference. It's just so bizarre.
Okay.
Tanner, I think you gotta finish him.
All right, so Tanner's gonna use the revolver on him for short arms. Fucking hell. Rolled a 48 on a 40. So I think Tanner's probably spooked by all of this, and he like stumbles back and then like trips and fires his gun. Just like shoots off as he's tripping backwards. He doesn't like this supernatural bullshit.
Jasper just starts laughing. And
Fuck you, Jasper.
it's his turn. He's gonna whip Tanner.
Ah,
Has he got any kind of disadvantage being that he's half shredded?
I'd say 20.
No,
Okay.
that's just not how this is gonna work. 60 is a success on the whip. So he hits Tanner for 4 points of damage.
Oh, shit, Tanner.
Jesus.
Is Tanner
fucking
wrapped up?
Christ.
Okay, Tanner's got to roll to see if he's wrapped up. Reflexes, acrobatics, physique, athletics, tactics, defense, I would allow.
All right, hold on.
Kind of like that, actually. Survival.
Tactics, defense, I would roll. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. All right, Tanner's got a 62 in that. And he...
Oh, no.
Fucking Christ.
Oh!
Critically fails with a 66. Oh, no. Oh, my God.
He's got you good, Tanner.
Yeah.
Oh, Buck, you gotta help me.
I'm not going to use the crit chart because that you were defending yourself. That wasn't the attack. So, but I am going to say that
Oh, thank Christ.
this rope is wrapped firmly around your neck.
All right. Yeah, so it goes like whoosh, right around, and he's grabbing. He's like, "You gotta help me! Get me out of this!"
Jasper, for his second attack, he looks over at Buck and he spits at him.
No, do not, Jasper, do not fucking spit at me. Keep it in your mouth, Mr. Jessup.
He's only got a 30 to hit, but
You got a 30 on spit?
he rolls a 78, so he does spit at you and he misses.
Oh man, it just drooled right down your fucking beard, you idiot.
Oh, help me. Come on, get me out of this. Come on.
You see that? He tried to spit at me.
I don't give a fuck. Just get me out of here.
Oh man, that looks tight.
This fucking tight skin.
Is that, can you breathe?
No, it won't get me out.
I think that thing is leather. Well, Jasper, this is where we part ways, my friend. For the second time, Buck's gonna shoot his shotgun on a 56, and he rolls him a 53.
Oh.
Hell yeah!
And on a 2d6, he rolls him another 7.
Fucking right.
Describe your kill.
Yes.
Well, Jasper had old Tanner tied up pretty good, so I had to be a little careful. So I aimed my gun at his legs, and I blew the bottom half of him off of the top half of him, and everything just kind of spilled out from the middle.
Gross.
Let's say that his legs actually fell into this hole and down to the lower layer. So just the top of him is sitting here, still holding the rope that's still around Tanner's neck.
Oh no! Help me!
But you can just pull it off on your turn.
Let me get that for you.
Oh God, golly! Thank you, Buck. Man, whew, that was some rough stuff right there.
Yeah, I don't know what that was, but I didn't like killing old Jasper, but I like to think that maybe wasn't even him anymore.
I don't think it was. I think he was long gone. He was a pig man.
He tried to spit at me. What kind of man spits at another man?
Some low-rated pig man.
Goddamn derelict. Anywho, get me that gold back.
Yeah, if you want to search his body, you find 2 pieces of gold.
All
from
right.
Actually, you would probably find 4.
Double.
So two apiece.
Note that, GM.
You're keeping track of your gold.
Oh, shit.
You're the G.
I was gonna say that, and then I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. So Jenny opens up the door. She's like, is he dead?
Yeah, he did.
Let's get you back to Bart, Jenny.
Well, let's get you back to your daddy. Do you like Pony Boy?
I like Pony Boy, sure. He's nice.
Oh, okay. He really likes you.
Oh, yeah. I know.
Okay. I just want to make sure it was reciprocal. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna give you one of these golds from old Jasper here. Maybe you and Bart could have a nice little date.
Oh, I like Bart a lot, but I don't feel that way about him.
Oh, I said too much.
Maybe with this gold piece I can buy one of them bicycles with the giant wheel in the front?
Are you gonna start doing bodybuilding?
Maybe.
Because that's just for bodybuilders.
Oh, okay.
You got to shave your head and wear a unitard.
Maybe.
Grow a big mustache.
Huh.
But hey, buy whatever you want.
All right, let's settle this maybe a little bit elsewhere and get the hell out of here. Let's go, folks.
Yeah.
It's not impossible to climb back up the rope, but it's difficult, and now you have a wounded teenager and an unconscious body.
Is she wounded? Like, besides emotionally?
Not like... not debilitatingly. Like, she can walk.
And Stanley? He's passed out? Knocked out?
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, he did get knocked out, right?
I would think what you could do is, like, one of you could climb up. You could tie the rope around Stanley and Jenny and kind of pull them up.
Yeah, that's something a very evil GM would say to do.
Gotta be another way out.
Well, there are unexplored passageways all around you.
I still haven't even been in this other room.
Do not fucking go in that room. You did not see what happened to Stanley in there.
We got the book in the satchel, right?
Stanley's part of the book.
Yeah, so Buck has the book and the opium pipe dilly, and Tanner has the jug of moonshine. Jenny's saying, I don't want to go through those passageways. There's more stuff down here. I've heard it, and Jasper, he wasn't totally dead when they brought him in, but they brought in other ones that were dead, and they dropped him down below, and I don't know what happened to him, but I heard terrible noises from down there.
Noises like they made him become alive again?
Yeah. What does that mean?
No, more like something was feeding on him.
Oh, okay. Well, you said enough. We're not going down there. In fact, let's make sure all these cages are locked up pretty good. Let's kick fucking Jasper down that open one. They can feed on his torso.
So yeah, you can block off this entrance here, but there's definitely like other passageways going out of the other room.
All right, so you guys think we ought to climb the rope?
Buck, I think we got to get up on out of here, and I think we need to regroup, and I think we need to reassess this situation.
Yeah.
I don't think we are prepared for what's going on.
I'd like to get some reinforcements.
Yeah, support.
Should we burn this fucker down, though?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, let's wait till we climb out, though.
Okay. So we're gonna climb the rope and get up on out, I guess, right?
That's right.
Okay, so I think how this would work is one of you would have to climb out, and then I'll say Jenny can climb out.
What about Stanley?
I mean, you're gonna have to tie the rope to Stanley and like pull him out, I guess.
Or leave him.
I'll give him a 50-50 chance of getting out of here alive.
I mean, besides the card tricks, what really was he good for?
Not too much.
I mean, the card tricks are good. It might draw a crowd. Yeah, we'll try. We'll try to get him out, but, I mean, we ain't gonna die over it.
It's not gonna be our main focus.
Side focus.
You're gonna have to roll something to climb up out of here, but I'll give you like a plus 20 to it because you got the rope.
Okay.
Acrobatics.
What do you...
Acrobatics is fine. Just regular reflexes or physique is fine.
I'll do acrobatics.
I don't have a great physique.
Yeah, you're a weakling too. Both of you are weaklings.
I have wit.
Know that.
So,
That's debatable.
with my plus 20, I passed. Otherwise, I would have failed.
Oh, nice. Oh, Tanner, you scurried up there pretty good.
Jump. Yeah, I feel like I got lucky on that one, but yeah, I got right up there.
All right, I'm gonna fix a knot around Stanley.
Yeah, and then put that rope right around his neck, and then we'll pull him up after.
I'm gonna go ahead and tie it under his armpits and around his chest.
If you think that's best.
Real tight. Jenny, you think you can get up out of here by yourself?
I think so. Let me try.
Well, yeah, why don't you go before me? Oh, boy.
I don't know if I can do it.
What's she got to beat? An above a 50?
Yeah, she's got to beat like a 70, but she rolled a 79. So she just she just couldn't do it.
Wait, let me give you 10 fingers here. You want to try that one more time?
Ew.
Get your minds out of the gutter. That's what we call a boost in the West.
Jesus.
Pay them no mind, Jenny.
All right, let's try it again with a boost from Buck.
There you go, girl.
She's up and out.
All right, here comes Buck. Rolling in acrobatics on a 58 with a 20-point bonus of 78. Rolls him a 33 crit success.
Hell yeah.
I don't need the rope.
Yeah, you start climbing up with the rope, and then you're like, I don't need this, and you're like parkouring up out of the hole.
Awesome.
I feel 15 years younger, man.
God damn, Buck, that was amazing.
Yeah, I don't know what came over me.
All right, to pull up Stanley, I'm gonna have you combine your physique skills, but let's say Buck rolls it.
Buck's physique is 30.
Yeah, so is Tanner. Same.
All right, so rolling on a 60.
Yep.
Yep.
This guy's heavy as shit. I rolled an 85.
Shoot, he was way tubbier than I thought he was. Man, he just flopped out.
Yeah. Shit. He's still on the rope, but maybe we got to get a horse. He might take some damage.
That seems like the best idea. That's not my concern at this point in time. So
Yeah, better than being down there.
I'll let you basically keep pulling him, but if something's gonna happen if you crit fail.
Oh shit.
I'm not totally against the horse idea either, but
So what are you saying? Just keep rolling physique until it either crit fails or we get it.
Yeah. That's
All
an
right.
option for you.
Let me try that one more time.
All right.
Here we go. On a 60. Here we go, Stanley. 51.
Yes, we got you up, friend.
Fat fucker.
So the first time he gets kind of stuck at an odd angle and he just slides back down again. The second time you're able to pop him right out of the hole. And you're a little concerned that he's not waking up, but really don't know what that thing on his hand might have done to him, too.
Stanley.
Well, what do you do?
Stanley. 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 Tanner kind of nudges him with his boot a little bit. He's like, hey, you all right, man? Stanley.
Nothing happens. He's out.
Buck, what do you think here?
He's out cold, man. We gotta slap him up on a horse and get the fuck out of here. We gotta get back to town.
All right.
Put him up on Tulip.
Yeah, we can bring Tulip back.
And lead Tulip and him.
Okay, so you have strapped Stanley to Tulip, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then Dick Cheney is carrying Tanner and Jenny.
Jenny, let me ask you one quick question, just to be certain. You didn't see Taylor Abernathy down there. Taylor Abney. Abney Taylor? Taylor Abernathy?
I didn't see anybody by that name.
Did you see anybody else that wasn't a pig?
Did you see the Taylor Abner Benny
Yeah,
down
that's
there
him.
by any chance?
Oh, nicely done. No.
Finally.
There might have been there were people coming and going. I heard strange moaning and chanting. I don't know who that was.
You heard some chanting, huh?
I heard pig noises. I heard gross, what sounded like people eating things. But I didn't hear the Taylor.
But no more innocents, right? Like, you're the only captive.
I don't know. I don't know what was down below.
But you told us not to go.
Well, I said I didn't want to go down there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
Shoot.
That's all right. we didn't burn it down, which was very smart. So we're going to get you back to town. We're going to get Stanley back to town. We're going to take a rest, and then we'll come back with, well, Tanner, we got to talk about the sheriff.
Oh, shoot. We haven't even talked about the sheriff.
But we can do that when we get back to town. I'd rather not do it
Yeah.
in front of Jenny.
I agree. All right.
But anyway, I think we should get up out of here. Hey, Jenny, did you recognize anybody that you saw down there or heard down there? Like any Booneses or Dawsons? Just out of curiosity.
No, I
Or the sheriff.
didn't. I didn't recognize any voices I heard.
Okay. That's good. Mosey on, lady.
So I'm gonna say that you guys ride directly to the stables because that is where Jeb Jebson essentially lives and works.
Yep.
And that's where Jenny would say to go.
Perfect.
We could put Tulip in a stable and just leave Stanley laying in the hay in there.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Stash him away, let him sleep it off.
There is the barber, dentist / surgeon in town, and there's also a doctor who doesn't live right in the downtown proper, but there is a doctor.
Oh, hey, Tanner, you said something crawled into his arm?
It was the buckle from the book. It was the most weird thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't know how to explain it. It didn't seem real.
Oh, well, the barber happens to be a surgeon, a dentist, and an ophthalmologist, so we could drop him off there. Maybe he could cut it out.
Should we have him cut his arm off?
Maybe just take a look at it.
But cut his arm off?
Yeah, I mean, if he has to.
All right. Yeah, let's do that.
But let's leave that up to the barber.
Surgeon.
Yeah, the ophthalmologist.
Hi.
Either that or leave him in the stable. I don't really give a shit.
Here is, you guys have arrived at the stable, and you are at the top of this map.
Oh my.
That old Rattlesnake Rollins in there?
So as soon as you get within like eyesight of this, Jenny like jumps off the horse and goes running towards the stable,
Jenny.
and she runs in, and Jeb's just like sitting in one of the troughs wallowing, but then he glances up and sees her, and he's like, "Oh, Jenny, and he runs over, and they have a big hug, and they twirl in a circle.
Ain't nothing like a reunion.
You guys coming through the door while they're still
We did it.
We did this.
And Rattlesnake Rollins is here. He is the blacksmith who works out of the stable as well. And he comes over. Jay, do you want to describe this man?
Well, funny enough, he looks like a man that should be riding a bicycle with a very large front wheel. He looks like a WWF wrestler, except 100 years before that existed. He's a large fella. He is wearing trousers with suspenders but no shirt. He's very muscular, carrying what appears to be 35 to 50 pound hammer, very large walrus type mustache, a shaven head, and he's glistening. He's a big boy. He's a big bad motherfucker. And I would like to bring him back to where we just came from so he could kick the shit out of somebody. Because this guy fights.
And he comes over. He's like,
Bully! Hip, hop,
Bully!
Rattlesnake.
Buck! You bring Jenny back, Buck.
Fucking A, man. We found her.
Oh, bully for you, Buck.
Bully for you, Rattlesnake. Rattlesnake, this is Tanner.
Tanner!
Bully!
Are you making fun of me, Tanner?
Oh, it's Tanner. Take it back.
No, sir.
Take it
I'm
back.
sorry. That was I misinterpreted the situation. I apologize.
Tanner ain't from around here, Rattlesnake. He ain't making fun. He's just Eastern.
I'm just joking!
and he grabs you and he holds you in a bear hug that's so tight you almost take a point of damage.
Yeah, Tanner looks at him and he's like, "Oh my God, I bit off more than I could chew here." He's
All right,
a little
Rattlesnake.
nervous.
Where did you find her?
Crumpist Farm. You ever heard of it?
Crumpist Farm.
No, is that, whereabouts is that?
It's, southeast of the
Southeast.
aquifer.
You guys, all right? You look a little banged up.
Yeah, we got a little banged up.
Well, come on over here.
And he pulls out a big bottle of whiskey and he gives you guys a big slug. And it doesn't help your health, but it makes you feel a little bit better.
Appreciate it,
That makes
Rattlesnake.
sense.
And Jeb comes over. He's like, he's actually like crying. He's like, I can't thank you guys enough. I can't believe this. You brought me my dear Jenny back. I'll never be able to repay you for this.
You don't owe us nothing, Jeb, man. It's the least we could do. We got lucky. We found her. We got her out. You know, it ended well for Jenny, but as we all know, it didn't end well for everybody.
That's right.
Did you make them pay, the ones that did this?
Well, we only saw one of them, and he fucking paid dearly.
Unfortunately, it was Jasper, and he
Jasper Jessup kidnapped her?
No.
Jasper-
Hold on now.
no. Oh, shoot.
This is a
What
long.
did I go and say?
Tanner, god damn it.
Oh, God, I went and opened my mouth.
Listen, Jeb, what he just said about Jasper, it ain't exactly true. It's a real long story, and the important thing is Jenny's home, and the man who we encountered is dead. Now, I ain't saying he's the one that took her, but we're going to get to the bottom of what actually happened, and all the son's bitches are going to pay. You have my word.
Thank you, Buck. And he shakes your hand and shakes Tanner's hand. Says, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And you guys want a horse? You want to pick out a horse? Just take one.
No, man, I got a horse.
I got a horse, too. Dick Cheney, he's a real good horse.
He doesn't look that good, to be honest.
Maybe I trade in Dick Cheney. What kind of energy this horse got?
Well, Jay, what does this horse look like?
Oh, man, this horse is sweet, Tanner. She's got a real long mane.
Red hair.
Looks like maybe it's got a braid in it.
Yeah.
The muscles are very twitchy, and it really looks like her hooves have been well manicured.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Good teeth, big round eyeballs. Smells of carrots.
Perfect.
She's a good steed.
This horse's name is Mountain Dew.
Oh, baby. Great name. That almost sounds like it could be a soft drink, doesn't it?
You want Mountain Dew or you want to keep Dick Cheney? Actually, I mean, you can take Mountain Dew. You don't have to trade her in. You can just take her as a gift.
I don't think we need to be lugging around an extra horse. I tell you what, Jeb. If we lose one of our horses, we're going to come back.
Anytime you need one, you come see me, free charge.
All right.
Sounds good, brother.
Rattlesnake is like, Buck, I hear the rootin' tootin' swashbuckling jamboree is coming to town.
You know, Rattlesnake, it's been a tough day, and just hearing you say those words brings a smile to my face.
Ha ha, bully!
You darn right it's coming to town. We're going to have a good old time.
Hup hup.
You got that big wheeled bicycle ready for it?
Oh, absolutely. I've been shining her up out back.
Yeah, hey, Rattlesnake, let me take you aside. You ought to let Jenny ride it someday.
Oh, I don't know. She doesn't have a mustache.
No, she doesn't.
She could put on the unitard, I suppose.
Yeah.
Maybe lift a few weights. We'll see.
Food for thought.
I love this guy. He's so awesome.
Bart Crenshaw, Pony Boy himself, comes bursting through the door. He's like, they're saying in town that you came through and you brought Jenny. Is it? Oh my God, it's Jenny. And he runs over and he gives her a big hug, and they're laughing and smiling and enjoying each other's company. And pretty much everybody in here is just in great spirits. Bart says, I'd like to say a little poem.
Oh boy.
People all
Tanner, let's get we got that thing at the saloon.
down.
Pony boy.
The world's not big enough for enough poets. Wait, no, I said that wrong. The world can always use more poets.
Tanner, let me run a couple of scenarios by you.
All right, go for it.
Stanley clearly needs medical attention.
Mm-hmm.
And per Mayor McCheese, we have still some unfinished business.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, we could kill two birds with one stone and bring him to the dentist, surgeon, plastic surgeon, ophthalmologist, and we could talk to him about Taylor Abernathy. Or, hear me out, the doctor we could bring him to.
Yeah.
Now, Mayor McCheese didn't say anything about talking to the doctor, but Mayor McCheese didn't know the shit we just saw.
Yeah, that is true.
The doctor is well versed in the darker side of things, the occult.
All right.
So we could go see him and then circle back to the dentist and the priest once we get rid of Stanley.
I think I get where you're coming from. Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Personally, I think we should head to the doctor.
Agreed.
All right.
You're coming out of the stables. As that's happening, you see Sheriff Lucas Hale come down the street, and kind of with him, kind of not, kind of playing around, tapping his stick on the side of the house is his son, Jack Hale.
That's the current sheriff's son?
Correct.
Okay.
Anyway, so he's just out playing around. He's not really paying any attention. But the sheriff comes up to you guys. He says, "Is it true what I heard? Did you bring Jenny back?"
Hey, Sheriff. Yeah, we did. We stumbled upon Jenny and managed to get her back here.
What do you mean you stumbled upon her? Where was she?
Well, we were just out exercising the horses, and she was just out there in the desert. You know, I don't know, she got lost or something.
You're exercising the horses.
Yeah, they needed a good run.
This didn't have anything to do with someone trying to set the silver dollar on fire last night and you guys shooting off bullets in the streets?
Oh.
No, Sheriff. There was not. That was completely unrelated.
Did you find that arsonist?
You see the scar he had on his face?
No, he must have got away.
Did you investigate it?
Well, I couldn't investigate it, and there was nobody here to talk to. You guys ran off into the night.
Well, yeah, I mean, he tried to burn my business down.
Yeah, are you blaming us for this problem, Sheriff?
Easy, Tanner, easy.
Buck, you know what? I like you, and I've been straight with you. All I ask is that you be straight with me.
Yes, sir.
I hear that there's been gunfire outside of your saloon last night. You guys take off. You're in the wind. Then the next day you show up with Jenny, and you're telling me that you just happened to find her out exercising your horses. Now, that sounds like a bunch of hootenanny to me.
I understand that. It does seem coincidental, but I don't know that the man who tried to burn the silver dollar down and Jenny are related. I also don't know that they're not, but I think first things first, we got to find that scar-faced man, because there's some damage to my building.
Did you shoot him?
We shot at him.
And then what happened?
He got away.
Oh, we hit him a couple of times. We shot him. I got him. I winged him. But he got away.
Now, I've asked you guys this in the past when you had the stagecoach incident. I said the next time there's trouble, you come right to me. But what do you guys do? You shoot this guy, and then you chase him off into the night.
Yes, sir.
Now, what am I supposed to think here? Now, like I said, Buck, I like you, but I know sometimes you run your Silver Dollar Saloon over there a little bit shaky. I think there might be some illegal things going on. I try to look the other way, but I don't know what you're doing in there. And now this business, if you're not reporting things to me, I don't know what to think.
Well, here we are. We're reporting it.
Only because I had to come down the street, track you down, find you.
Well, I mean, we only just got back to town. I was just coming down to the sheriff's office.
Is that Tanner publicly intoxicated?
What?
No, he not. No. Why would you say that?
He's been up all night. We've been up all night. We chased that fella.
It's been a very long day.
We exercised the horses. We found Jenny. We brought her back. Now here we are. No harm, no foul, Sheriff. Hey, Jack, how you doing?
Good. And he
Good.
pokes you with his stick.
All right, now leave the stick be.
It's not a stick, it's a sword, you idiot.
Is it? Because it looks like a stick.
It's my sword.
Okay, whatever you say, Jack. I think I saw a dragon back behind the Undertaker's building.
There he is.
Yeah, go get him.
And he runs off, but as he runs by, he whacks Tanner in the butt with his stick.
Ah, you little bastard.
What'd you say to my son?
He didn't mean it.
I said nothing.
He didn't mean it.
Now, I'm gonna let you guys go because, frankly, I'm real happy that you brought Jenny back, and you did a service for Jeb and frankly for the town. But I don't like what's been going on with you fellas. Ever since you came to town, there's been an element of danger and mystery.
Mystery?
Mister, that's how I pronounce it.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Mystery.
And I don't like this. I want the people in my town to obey the law.
I think that's what anybody wants.
He is very, like, intense about this. Like, almost like he's gonna cry.
Tanner looks over at Buck at this point in time, and he's like, Buck, is that a normal thing that happens around here?
What's that? What's he saying?
Something.
He's just been up all night. Can I roll a psychology on the sheriff?
Yes.
He's rolling on a 75, and he rolled a 50 for a success.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so you've known this guy for years. He has always been a nice guy, and like he said, is like he's helped you out with jams in the saloon. You've in the past you've called him in to help with stuff, but nothing this crazy has happened to you before, so it's not crazy that you haven't talked to him about it. He is always friendly to you, but you sense right now that there's kind of an edge to him that you don't normally see. And when he's talking about people breaking the law, he's very upset about it. He's like really, really doesn't like that. And you don't know if it's because like that's just how he is, or because he's like been failing so much lately that's like the stress is getting to him.
Okay.
He's kind of more on edge than you've seen him.
Hey, Sheriff, you ever thought about taking a day off? Maybe, I don't know, visit the upstairs of the saloon? If you catch my drift.
I consider that to be immoral, Buck, and, well, I appreciate your offer. That is not something I would partake of, nor do I encourage that in the people of this town. I'd like to take a day off. Trust me. Ugh. And he's just wiping his brow. He's like, but the law has to be enforced, and I have to do it. Nobody else in this town is doing it.
Yep. No, you're a good man for it, too. And, you know, I do apologize for our truancy, but, I mean, circumstances just got away from us, and I really will try not to let it happen again.
I appreciate that, Buck.
And I'll try to keep you in the loop as things progress. But like I said, I mean, that guy tried to burn my business down. We chased him. We shot at him. He got away. We were pretty far away and just riding out, letting off some steam, and there was Jenny.
Well, all right. I just got one more question for you.
Sure.
What's the deal with that unconscious guy laying on his horse over there?
That's a great question. He just rolled into town yesterday, and he's actually the one that saw the scar-faced man, and he alerted us to it, and he came with us to look for the guy, and he fell off his horse, hit his head on a rock. So we just kind of brought him up onto his horse, and we're going to take him out to the doctor right now.
All right, I think that's a good idea. Hang on a second. And he's going to look through Stanley's pockets.
You find anything? You find any gold? We could split it.
What's this guy's name?
Said his name was Stanley Clark.
Stanley Clark.
Yeah, he sounded like he's from, what, Louisiana? Have we purchased that yet?
So, if this guy's Stanley Clark, Who's Phil Crudup?
Who?
He hands you this piece of paper that he took out of Stanley's pocket. It's like a notary saying that this guy's name is Phil Crudup.
Phil Crudup.
That Stanley's name is Phil Crudup?
Yeah. He's like, Are you guys pulling my chain again?
Sheriff, I'm not pulling anything. I don't know who Phil Crudup is. I frankly don't know who Stanley Clark is. I'm just telling you, this guy rolled into town last night, into my business, started throwing cards all around the place, impressing everybody, and said his name was Stanley Clark.
Sheriff, I agree 100% with what Buck is saying here. This doesn't make any sense.
All right, well, you get him on to the doctor. It looks like he needs it. But when he's awake, you either send him to me or you come let me know and I'll come talk to him. I want to know who this guy is. He tucks the piece of paper back into Stanley's pocket.
Understood.
All right. You fellas have a good day, and anything else you let me know, but thank you again for Jenny.
Hey, Sheriff, thank you for the work you do around here.
All right, Buck.
See you, Jack.
Shut up!
Okay.
Across the street, you see Wild Rose McGill and Mason Dixon, and they are just standing outside of the Silver Dollar Saloon.
Rose, what are you doing outside, girl?
I came to see Tanner.
Oh, wait.
Tanner's looking mighty fine today.
All right, settle down. It's 8.
Yoo-hoo!
It's 8 a.m.
Oh,
girl.
yoo-hoo!
Jeez, girl, thank you so much. Appreciate that.
I'm a morning person, if you know what I mean, and Tanner does. Woo-wee! Wanna come by?
I'll be by soon. Thanks, girl.
Hey, Mr. Dixon. Good to see you out and about.
He just tips his cap to you.
All right.
He's smoking a big fat cigar.
You didn't take all that banker's money, did you?
He always seems to have more.
Yeah, funny how that works, huh?
So on your way to the doctor's house, he lives in this kind of eccentric house outside of town. Interestingly, on your way there, you see Prudence up ahead. She's carrying her satchel that's usually filled with like tonics and apothecary business. But give me observation rolls.
Tanner has a 70-52.
All right, Buck's rolling on a 75, rolls a 31.
Yeah, we both rolled success.
Prudence is kind of like looking around like she's afraid of being followed. And you guys are like far enough away that she doesn't see that you're following her, but she seems kind of nervous, like she doesn't want to be seen. And she is clearly heading to the doctor's house because that's like the only thing in this direction. And so she's walking kind of fast, so she gets ahead of you, and she goes up to the doctor's house before you get there. And then you arrive. So this guy opens the door. This is Dr. Octavius Morgan.
Ooh.
And Jay, you want to describe this fellow?
He is unique. He's well dressed, but he looks like he's been well dressed for days on end. Like maybe he doesn't sleep. Bit of a mad scientist look to him. Got him a beard and some pretty great hair. He seems to be fit. Underneath all that clothing, he's got a long jacket, a vest, an undershirt, but he's got some muscles poking through. He looks good. He's a nice-looking older, middle-aged man.
Gentlemen, welcome in.
Dr. Morgan, how are you?
Today is a fine day, as every day should be a fine day.
Well put.
Prudence is kind of shuffling some tinctures around, and she looks embarrassed to see you guys here, and like a blush comes over her face.
Miss Hayes,
Oh, hi, Buck.
how you doing?
Oh, bless your hearts. I just bring some supplies for Dr. Morgan. Oh, hi, hi, Tanner. How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm good. You haven't shot any pigmen lately, have you?
Nope.
I don't rightly know what you mean.
Every time I see you, it seems like you're shooting pigmen.
That's a joke, I'm sure, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dr. Morgan, I see you're busy. I'll come see you some other time. I mean, bring you supplies. Next time you need them. I'll see you later.
Where are you running off to, Prudence?
I got business in town. I left the store. I said I'll be back in 15 minutes, and if I'm not back in 15 minutes, no one will ever trust my signs again.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So she heads out.
Gentlemen, come in. Make yourselves at home. Oh, what do we have here?
Let's say you guys are bringing in Stanley like Weekend at Bernie's style.
Perfect.
And
I see you have a problem. Here, go ahead, lay him down on the patient bed back here.
and you bring him over and you lay Stanley down in this bed over here.
Dr. Morgan, this is a bit of a delicate matter, and I was hoping we could speak frankly about some things we've seen and some things that may have happened to this gentleman, and maybe keep it between us. Would that be possible? Like, privileged information, doctor-patient type stuff?
Of course. Everything I do is by the book.
Okay.
And by the book, I mean this book.
And he reaches over and pulls out Johnson's Guide to Obscurica.
Dr. Morgan, this is Tanner. He's a straight shooter.
Tanner.
And he shakes your hand with a firm grip.
We came across a book. Now, this was no regular book. It seemed to be made out of human flesh. And Stanley tried to open the book, and when he did, the clasp of the book came alive and embedded itself in him, maybe inside of his arm.
My God.
You ever heard of anything like that?
Do you have the book here with you?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say we do.
Let's see it.
Would that be of value?
Absolutely, especially if you want to cure your friend here.
Can I roll a psychology on the doctor?
Yep.
All right, Buck's rolling on a 75. He did not pass. He rolled an 82. Well, I tell you what, Doctor, I'm just going to go ahead and show you the book, because you seem like a good guy. And
He seems wildly interested, not just like curious, but like can't wait to see it. Like, oh my God, this is the best thing that's happened to him all day, even though it's like the cause of Stanley being unconscious.
Buck opens up the satchel and very delicately pulls the book out with like 2 fingers and just places it. Well, Doctor, this is the book.
The doctor picks it up and he's like, "This is fantastic!
Whoa.
My God, where did you find this?"
Well, let's just take this one step at a time, Doctor. What can you make of it? What is it?
I haven't seen very many like this, and I'm a collector. I couldn't tell you when I'd seen something like this before.
Oh my goodness.
Well, let me take a look.
Careful.
So he opens it up,
You appear to be correct. This is bound with human skin.
Oh boy, that's what we were worried of.
Very not unknown, but very rare.
Rare human or just rare in general?
It's rare to find a book bound in human skin.
Oh yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, obviously.
I don't know if it was made out of like an albino or something.
It appears to be one in a series. It says this is volume 3.
Oh.
The title is Metamorphosis. It seems to be written in some curious symbolic language. It looked like pictoglyphs. Something I seen from my travels to Egypt. The parts I can kind of make out, they seem to detail rituals, forbidden knowledge.
And he's kind of flipping through it, and he says
It looks like chapter 6 has been highlighted. Suidae. Suidae is the scientific family for swine or pigs. And towards the end here, it looks as though it seems to detail some kind of apocalyptic scenario. Something about those above will go below and those below will come above.
That's pretty strange.
You wouldn't be interested in parting with this, would you?
Well, I'm not sure now is the time to part with it, but you reckon how many volumes would you reckon there are?
Well, there's at least 3.
Well, yeah, that is true.
I can't tell. Could be 5. Could be 50.
Math. And you don't have any of the other volumes?
No, I've never seen anything like this. I have occult knowledge. I have my library here. I'm very proud of the books I have managed to get my hands on, but what you have there is one of a kind, or
Let's hope so.
at least the series.
Do you reckon it comes from Egypt?
These don't look precisely like hieroglyphics. They're more like some strange language I've never seen before.
Okay.
Now, how did this? What happened to your friend here?
Apparently the clasp became alive and went inside of him. Now, that's not what caused him to become unconscious. He fell down and banged his head. But he's been out a long time. I've seen people get knocked out once or twice, and I've never seen anybody been out this long. Maybe the clasp has something to do with that, or he's just very frail.
So he goes over and he starts looking at Stanley, and he's checking his pulse, and he's putting leeches on him.
Are the leeches necessary, sir?
Don't you question me.
Sorry. Yeah, I didn't go to medicine school.
He's stroking his big gray beard, and he's looking at him, and he's like, yes, man. Epidermic. Yes. Spider. I don't see any sign of it. This is very interesting. I'd like to keep him here under observation if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
When he wakes up, if he wakes up, I'll give him a good,
Bath.
I'll give him a good investigation, and, I will send him back to you. Now, if you don't mind, I've got to get to work, examining him.
And he's kind of touching the bag that Prudence brought, and he looks kind of anxious.
You okay, Doc?
I'm fine. I'll be fine. Just be on your way now, and I'll come see you sometime.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wrap this book back up and put it back in my satchel. But I would like to come back and maybe speak some more about it.
I would like that. Anytime you'd like to have a discussion of the occult, there's very few people in this town that have the mind for it.
Well, color me quite interested.
If you lay your hands on any more of those books, you bring them to me.
Yeah, hopefully with the clasp intact, if you catch my drift.
Yeah, you be careful of that.
Careful's my middle name, Doc. Actually, it's Eugene.
Yeah!